Washington just made a move that has everyone talking. Congress barrels toward deadline pileup as GOP divisions threaten Trump. Agenda Congress returns to unfinished business as Republican divisions over budget reconciliation threaten to delay FISA, defense bills, and other priorities. Here's everything we know so far. Political analysts say this development could have major consequences heading into the next election cycle. Stay with us for the full story and more breaking news throughout the day. This story was reported by Fox News Politics. For daily U.S. political news, subscribe to Global News Digest. Wall Street is moving fast on this one. Fed's Powell warns Trump's political stress test will wreck public trust in central bank. Jerome Powell said White House pressure on the Fed will damage public trust in the U.S. central bank. Let's break this down quickly. This story is moving markets and has significant implications for the U.S. economy and consumer spending. We will continue to monitor this story and bring you updates as they become available. This story was reported by CNBC Top News. Stay on top of your money. Follow Global News Digest for daily finance updates.
This political development could affect every American. Why a surge of election-related websites could spell rising cyber threats for the midterms, a new report, first reported by PBS News, warns that November's midterm elections in the United States will drive elevated cyber threats to political organizations, fundraising, and media platforms, and that some of the groundwork for election misinformation and disinformation likely is already being laid. Checkpoint, a cybersecurity company, FO. Here are the key details. This story is dominating political discussions across the country and drawing reactions from leaders in both parties. This is one of the top stories we are watching closely today across the United States. This story was reported by PBS NewsHour. More breaking political news every day. Subscribe now.
This financial news could change your portfolio today. Big Tech hates California's billionaire tax but loves taxpayers. Money author of Cyberselfish points out that Silicon Valley was built on government dollars, and now its elite want to pull up the ladder. This is why it matters. Financial analysts are closely watching how this develops and what it means for markets and everyday investors. Our team is tracking every development as this story continues to unfold in real time. This story was reported by MarketWatch. For daily market and financial news, subscribe to Global News Digest.
The Fed just signaled something big. Berkshire buys Taylor Morrison for $6.8 billion. Buffett touts Abel's deal, making the acquisition marks one of the first major strategic deals under Warren Buffett's successor, Greg Abel, who took over as CEO in the beginning of 2026. Here's what's actually happening. This story is moving markets and has significant implications for the U.S. economy and consumer spending. Follow along as we cover the key details, the background, and what happens next. This story was reported by CNBC Top News. Stay on top of your money. Follow Global News Digest for daily finance updates. NFL breaking, this just dropped and fans are going crazy. Shedeur Sanders cashes in. Browns QB's NFLPA licensing haul tops Tom Brady's record. Sanders earned a record $17.7 million in NFLPA group licensing income during his rookie season, a staggering total fueled by jersey sales, trading cards, and one of football's most loyal fan bases. The key facts you need to know. Coaches, players, and team management are all responding as this story continues to develop. This is a developing story, and we expect more information to emerge in the coming hours. This story was reported by CBS Sports NFL. More NFL headlines dropping every day. Subscribe and turn on notifications.
Washington just made a move that has everyone talking. Likely Democratic nominee Graham Plattner talks about Maine's upcoming Senate race. NPR's Layla Fatal asks likely Democratic nominee Graham Plattner how he plans to beat incumbent Republican Susan Collins in Maine's Senate race. Here's everything we know so far. Political analysts say this development could have major consequences heading into the next election cycle. Stay with us for the full story and more breaking news throughout the day. This story was reported by NPR Politics. For daily U.S. political news, subscribe to Global News Digest.
This NFL story just broke and it changes the whole season. Why the 49ers might not set the NFL record for most miles traveled after all. San Francisco appeared destined to break the mark. but a stop in Colorado before its Mexico City game could change that. Let's break this down quickly. NFL insiders say this development will have major implications for the rest of the season and possibly beyond. We will continue to monitor this story and bring you updates as they become available. This story was reported by CBS Sports NFL. Stay on top of the football season. Follow us for daily coverage.
The dugout is on fire after this announcement. Yankees explode for historic 13-run inning versus A's that included feat never seen before in MLB history. New York did all of its work in a single inning in Sunday's win over the A's. Here are the key details. Teams across the league are reacting as this story continues to develop. This is one of the top stories we're watching closely today across the United States. This story was reported by CBS Sports MLB. More MLB headlines every day. Subscribe now. Silicon Valley is in shock right now. North Atlantic Airways offers dirt cheap tickets. There's a catch. Dozens of people have complained to the Federal Trade Commission about North Atlantic Airways' tech-first customer service operation. Some said they lost thousands of dollars. This is why it matters. Tech industry insiders say this development will reshape competition among the biggest players in Silicon Valley. Our team is tracking every development as this story continues to unfold in real time. This story was reported by Wired. For daily tech and AI news, subscribe to Global News Digest.